Let's look at different methods to modify a string like inserting, replacing, or appending characters. In Python, a string object of str class is an immutable type. Here, immutable refers to an object that cannot be modified once it's created in memory. We cannot overwrite any character in the string, nor can we insert or append characters to it directly. If we need to modify a string, we can use certain string methods that return a new string object. However, the original string remains unchanged. Updating entire string. As Python strings are immutable in nature, we cannot update the existing string. We can only assign a new value. For example, here a string variable string1 is created and the value hello world is assigned and then printed. To change the value of the string, reassign it to a new string, hey, how are you? Now when string1 is printed, the new value is printed. This does not modify the original string. It simply binds the new variable string1 to a new string object. Sometimes we might need to modify the string like inserting, replacing, or appending characters instead of updating the entire string. We can modify the string using list, array, string slicing, and string IO class. Let's explore list and array in this video. In Python, strings are sequences of characters and each character has a position called an index. For example, indexes of the string word start from 0. We can use a list to modify a string. First, convert the string to a list. You can convert a string into a list of characters using the built-in list function. The list function breaks the string into individual characters and returns a list where each item is a single character from the string. Like strings, lists are indexed collections. Each element has a position known as index you can use to access it. Strings and lists are both sequences, so they use the same indexing rules, but how they behave differs. As lists are mutable in nature, we can modify the string and then convert the list back into the string. For example, we have a string s1 is equal to word. Let's see how to modify the string word to world by inserting L after R. First, convert the string s1 to a list and make the desired changes. We want to insert L after R. The List.insert method is used to insert an element at a specific position in a list. Index, the position where the element should be inserted. Element, the item you want to insert. This method inserts the element at the given position and shifts the original elements to the right. Index of R is 2. To insert L after R, pass the index as 3 and element as L. This is the updated list with L inserted after R. We can convert the list back to string using the join method. The join method is a string method that creates and returns a new string by joining elements from a list. This is the syntax. The string you call it on is used as the separator between the elements. Here an empty string is used as a separator to join all characters into one string. This creates a new string and this is reassigned to S1. Now S1 is the modified string. You can also insert a string because a list element can be of any data type. To modify S1 to hello world, insert hello, comma, at index 0 in the list. This is the updated list. Converting the list to string, you can see that hello is inserted before world in the string. Replace a character in a string using lists. To replace an element in a list, assign a new value at the desired index. For example, replace the character comma at index 4 with a colon in list L2. Convert the list back to string and you can see that the comma is replaced by colon in the string. We can also append a character or a string to a string using lists. For example, let's add orange to S3. The append method adds the element to the end of the list. Convert it to string and you can see that orange is added to the end of the string. Be careful while modifying numerical values in a string. For example, change 5 to 3 in S4 at index 0. You can use numerical values as list can contain mixed data types. But when the list is converted back to a string, you will get a type error as join expects only a string. So for numerical values, you must use numerical strings. Now the string is modified without any error. You can use the array module to modify a string. You can modify a string by converting it into an array of Unicode characters using Python's array module. The array function in array module provides an efficient way to manipulate numeric and character data in arrays. This is the syntax. Type code a single character that specifies the type of elements in the array. I for integers, F for floats, U for Unicode characters. Initializer, an optional iterable like a list or string to initialize the array. Import the built-in array module and assign it to the alias AR to refer to it more concisely in the code. To convert S1 to an array of characters, pass U as type code and S1 as initializer. Array also follows the same indexing rules. To add L after R, insert L at position 3 using the insert method. To convert an array of Unicode characters back into a regular Python string, use the toUnicode method. The modified string is returned. You can replace the character in an array using its index. To change the first character from H to J, use index 0. Convert the array back to string to get the modified string. To add a character to the end of the string, use the append function. For example, here a comma is added to the end of the string using the append function. The main difference between list and array is that array is type specific. For string manipulations, we are using a Unicode character array. So while inserting, replacing or appending, you can use only single characters. If you try to use strings like we used in list, we will get an error. For example, if you try to append welcome, you will get a type error. For modifying strings using slicing and string IO class, please watch part 2, which is the continuation of this video. To download practice Python file, please click on the link in the description. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel.